Hello everybody, my name is ANDAY and welcome back to Ninjago. LEGO Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 1 Part 2, Episode 14, The Last Djinn. Last time we had, that one episode, wildly inappropriate, which was very silly, very funny stuff going on. But also some, like, good character building, I would say. Especially for, Zane, Wildfire, Kai, uh, just people all around, like going through different stuff and seeing how that reflects on what they think of themselves as a character, or what they think of others, like Wildfire, and Kai being his sort of like adoptive brother slash dad. But hey. I am very interested in this episode specifically because the last Djinn, that implies like the Djinn, the stuff all the way from Seabound. The genie men, genie people that are like crazy OP. Probably not as OP as they seem, but like definitely up there. Definitely up there. So I'm wondering if that's the why it was called Ninjago, is because the FSM, First Spinjitzu Master, is actually responsible for making that realm, which it would make sense that after a while some realms would need a similar name. Probably to, get a good read on, okay, this realm is this realm, this realm is this realm, but actually that might not be the case because the Cursed Realm, which we don't know if that was a realm the FSM made, is apparently a sister realm, so since that one was gone, so is Ninjago, so like it might be unrelated, it might not be related, it's just a thing of speculation. So anyways, yeah, I guess that's all to talk about right now. Let's get into the episode. Yeah, I'm excited, very excited. These are so good episodes. All right, LEGO Ninjago Dragons Rising, last year episode 14, and we'll go now. Baba Booey. It's good. It's good enough. Okay. Wow, that was another great episode. So first of all, yeah, they were explaining that little tomb at the front, which Nia talks about it like she's seen it before, but like I don't know. Well, at least she explained how well, apparently in there she was given the knowledge on how to go there and to use Seeker Stones to find a thing from the Cloud Kingdom, which is interesting for, like, at least I thought it would have been, the one where, it was very briefly, but, like, this wasn't the first tomb that they found. It was the, that one tomb way back in Season 2 where the Serpentine turned to Flying Blade, and they had Lloyd captured at the time. Lloyd, who was still little Garmadon guy. They had him go ahead, and he, even as a kid, he miraculously survived all those traps back then. But he was still able to find it and do good by it. Well, not find it. It was taken by Clutch Powers, who technically wasn't this version of Clutch. It was another version that probably doesn't fit in this universe. Well, at least not until right now, maybe, perhaps, if they abide by LEGO laws of physics. But it's fine, it's fine. So the last Djinn, this is very interesting because we've never, like, it hasn't been since what, Skybound, since we've gotten like a proper 100% explanation on what Djinn are, what Ninjago was. So it's good to see that they brought it back in a way that's like, it doesn't have to be like, isn't just random exposition, isn't just random, just random words, in a sense, like, oh, it was random world building. But no, it makes sense in this context because, they have to go into this place to meet a Djinn in order to get that information. So, like, it is interesting that this one is the title, The Last Djinn, which, from what he says, he was visiting this realm as it got destroyed, which, it makes sense that he would probably want to stay there. Because, you know, I mean, like, for the record, like, sure, if the realm was destroyed, but, like, all the people that lived in the realm of Ninjago, all the genies, they couldn't, you know, wish to it all to be better, or have each other wish it, or only have, or bring a mortal to wish it to fix it, wish it to fix it. But it's fine. It's fine. That's like years ago. That's years ago to question that. So it's fine. But it is interesting that, you know, this one is titled The Last Djinn, and for the record, they do mention that, and we see it for firsthand, like, he can only grant wishes if there is part of Ninjago that isn't destroyed, which, you know, kind of contradicts everything that happened in Skybound, because, you know, Natakan, he used all his wishes randomly. He used it, like, most of the time, and that's what made him the threat. I wanted to find out that, you know, apparently, well, I guess it could be explained, you know, it could be explained that Ninjago wasn't completely destroyed. It was only, like, in the process of it, which it was true in a sense. We saw it kept being, you know, crumbling. We never saw its complete destruction. But it's interesting in a sense. Like, maybe, you know, in a way this does, like, limit already crazy Djinn power. That we already, like, know how crazy powerful that is. So that being said, like, this does limit that. So in case, you know, Natakan does come back, in the likelihood of that happening, that he wouldn't be as powerful as he was back then. And even so, this guy, what was his name? Well, at least we learned that Sora the dragon, her real name is Xanth, and she came from the realm of Ninjago. That's very cool. That's very interesting. And they do mention that she, at least this dragon, at least a dragon from Ninjago, could cross realms. So, like, very similar to dragons from the first realm that could. Jeez, I can't. I need. Why do I keep yawning? That they can cross realms also, which is, you know, it's important because, you know, that's the dragon that ended up in Imperium, and has been draining since Sora was there. So what else happened? What else happened? His design was cool. What was his name? Azarath or something? Azkaloth or whatever his name is. They said his name in Akor. It was something similar to that. Anyways, hold on. This is gonna be bothering me. Let me just a quick little check. Where is it? Also, the Howlers, they were cool. Like, you got to see more kinds of ghosts, and these are like curse ghosts, which, just because the curse realm is destroyed doesn't mean curses can't be put upon. Okay, it's our core. That's a really cool name, honestly. I like it. I vibe to that. I vibe to that for sure. So yeah, that's very, and also good that the last Djinn is a good guy. So, like, does that imply that eventually he uses more wish magic or whatever, and eventually that'll bring back the land of Ninjago, which, I mean, like, sure, must have important, like, you know, significance to him because it was his land, and bringing it back would be very good, but also, like, you know, the culture is pretty much gone. The people, it's only him, really. So, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of ways it could go with this, for sure. So, yeah, probably for the better that it comes from a great extent instead of, you know, tearing apart Ninjago and making it fly up to the air to bring it back. I can't probably want to. Haha, just kidding. Unless, you know. Very interesting, very cool, actually. Like, this is a really good way of more lore building. More lore and world building. Anyways, so, yeah, I guess that's all I have to talk about this one. I already mentioned the Howlers, but I like their design. They're like the Cursed Realm ghosts, but they're blue and they're in black robes. They're really neat. Also implies that they can apparently be used on anyone, right? Or at least they're very strong, powerful ghosts that could be nearly unstoppable. So that's interesting. But they're kind of gone now, so guess they don't have to worry about that anymore. I guess that's all I have to talk about, really. Okay, so yeah, this was Lego Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 1, Part 2, Episode 14, The Last Djinn. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Make sure to go watch the episode on Netflix and watch me watching this on Netflix. Not on Netflix, on YouTube. And hopefully we'll get to take it down. Anyways, my name is ANDAY, and I'll see you all later. Well, I'll see you all next time, later, whatever. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks you guys. It means a lot to me. And I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.